Did you know that more millionaires are created through real estate than any other form of investing? The ability to use leverage in your investment portfolio is critical to maximizing the wealth that you're building. And it is the most important reason that real estate needs to be a part of your investment portfolio. Leverage is simply using a small amount of your own money in order to buy a good that you then exclusively own. This allows you to increase your potential return on an investment because you're not financing the entire purchase price yourself. Instead, you're using only a small amount of your own money, and you can use the extra funds for other investments. This has a compounding and exponential effect on how much wealth you can build and how quickly you can build it. Now, here's a practical comparison. When you buy stocks, GICs, cryptocurrency, you typically need to finance the entire purchase yourself. $100,000 invested gets you $100,000 exposure to the marketplace. So if any of those items go up, say 1%, you're going to earn a $1,000 return on your money. When you buy real estate, you can put that same $100,000 down, but as a 20% deposit on a $500,000 property. You're leveraging your money 5 to 1. That means that if the real estate market goes up by just 1%, you're earning that 1% on the $500,000 purchase price, which is $5,000. Essentially, you're earning 5 times more. And when you buy pre-construction condos, this concept is even further maximized because there are opportunities out there when you can put down only a 5% deposit. This means that that same $100,000 can buy you $2 million in market exposure. So if the market goes up by just 1%, that's going to earn you a return of $20,000. That's 20 times more than your stock portfolio, your GICs, your cryptocurrency. What's even better is that because these are pre-construction condos, you don't even need to get a mortgage now. You only do that at closing. That can be 4 or 5, 6 years away. This is why leverage is really the secret sauce that rich people use to get richer. They use this every single day in their personal lives, but also in their business lives. Name me one Fortune 500 company that does not have a loan on their books. This is borrowed money. This is a form of leverage. Now, real estate investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes several years for the full benefits to be realized. And using leverage really multiplies your money, and it allows you to buy more property today than you otherwise could have. There's time value of money here. It's an important financial concept. This allows you to build an instant real estate portfolio that could literally mean the difference between securing your financial future and struggling to pay your bills. Over 30 years at just a modest 3% annual return, the pre-construction portfolio will be worth $2.7 million more than your stock portfolio, or 1,900%. This is more than most Canadians even have in savings. Now, full disclaimer, you're not going to buy $2 million worth of pre-construction condos. But it does show the power of adding just 1 or 2 pre-construction condos to your investment portfolio. Now, you're going to say, Kyle, going into debt is a bad thing. You know, my parents have told me, the media has said, there are TV shows about this. I should not be going into debt for any reason. You know, financial freedom means not owing money to anyone. And they're partially right. On your personal side, you should not be funding your lifestyle by borrowing money, by using credit cards. But on your investment side, absolutely you should be using borrowed money to fund your investments. Because this can mean securing your financial future when it otherwise would have not been possible. And the best part is that banks absolutely love giving out mortgages because it's being secured by the property itself. This is how you build generational wealth, not by working a day job. Now, I'm not advocating to put your entire life savings into real estate. You know, putting all of your money into one single asset class is never a good idea. But leverage can absolutely help you buy real estate and diversify your investment portfolio. I have no idea which asset class is going to outproduce, and past performance does absolutely not indicate future performance. Because if it did, I would be a quintillionaire by now. However, diversification helps even out the investing ups and downs. And here's a real example for myself. I got absolutely crushed in the stock market crash of 2008, while the real estate market in the GTA really went sideways for a few months. Very little pain on that side. And adding a few rental properties can also help manage your risk within your real estate portfolio. because it allows you to diversify within real estate itself. It's like buying an ETF on an index versus trying to buy individual stocks, because you get exposure to different areas of the city or even different cities altogether. Because really, stock picking, it's a fool's errand. It's impossible to do. They've proven time and time again. Invest in the ETF, invest in the index. Buying multiple properties can also help you balance your cash flow. Because if cash flow of one property is negative and one is positive, well, they even out to zero then across your real estate portfolio. And come tax time, it's all blended together anyways. So this can actually help finance the properties with strong appreciation potential, but poor cash flow positions, like in Toronto right now. And having a few different properties will help manage vacancies, because eventually you're going to need to find new tenants. And having multiple properties allows your other units to cover the majority of the expenses during the vacancy. For example, if you only had one property, then 100% of your income is affected if the tenant moves out. If you have two properties and one is vacant, then only 50% of your rental income is affected. Now, obviously, there are risks with investing in real estate and using leverage. Probably most important is leverage does work in reverse. When markets go up, leverage is amazing, but when markets go down, then leverage amplifies your losses. Now, people have been calling for the bubble in Toronto real estate to burst for the last 20 years and are still calling for it. It just has not happened. I truly believe that real estate in major Canadian cities will be worth more in 5 years, 10 years, and absolutely more in 30 years. So it's not even a consideration for me. And if markets go down, I'm holding on to the property anyways. I have a tenant in there paying rent while I ride out those bad market conditions. This is what I advise my clients to do during COVID. And prices are now higher, especially in the downtown core, than they were pre-COVID. You only realize a loss when you sell the property. So just don't sell it. Just hang on to it for another 5-10 years. Prices will be higher. Now, I'm sure you've heard horror stories of bad tenants, not paying rent, damaging the units. And yes, this does happen, but it is very rare. That's why doing your due diligence on real estate investments and thoroughly vetting any prospective tenants will go a very long way to mitigating this risk. Now, leverage is the most common tool that rich people use in order to build wealth in their personal and business lives. However, it is not only accessible to the elite. Virtually anyone can get a mortgage and start building a real estate portfolio. Most of the risk related to leverage can be mitigated by wisely managing your real estate investments, and the increased financial benefits outweigh the risks long term. Leverage is a tool that I absolutely use in my real estate investing portfolio, and I have definitely seen the benefits of it. Now, there are opportunities where you can put down only 5%. So please get in touch with me because I want to tell you about them. Start your real estate investing portfolio today or turbocharge the returns that you're getting in your investment portfolio.